the start, you were first. He loves you at your worst. He'll do anything. A father, he shows you what love is. Saw your dreams before you did. He'll give everything. Like your heavenly Father, I see God.
Welcome, listeners on JF. It is Sunday, Father's Day. We thought we could have a special segment, I'd say specifically dedicated for Father's Day, so that we may get some insight on how it is to be a father, how, the whole experience is. So today we have Babe Bembe with us to talk with us. Welcome to the show, Babe Bembe.
Thank you.
We are so happy to have you today. You are a busy man, so we are very honored to have you today. Babe Bembe, lisuku lesithi lesitawuthi lwabobabe. Sibone kuhle lokuthi singakutfola okutasi fake ekukhanyeni usicocele nje ukuthi le ndlela wena uhambe njani lalabanye bangayihamba njani. So sitawucoca nje ngaloko kafisha. Cabanga ukuthi hayi kutaba lilanga lelihle kakhulu. Nginemibuto ke la lemibalo babele ngidawuthanda lokuthi sihambe ngayo sibone lokuthi sifikaphi. Wekucala lenginawo la uthi unebantwana ekufikeni ngidawuthi kwemfana wakho wekucala nangafika nang uyambona weva kunjani nje la kuwe having your first child?
It's a bit unfortunate that I wasn't around when my firstborn came.
Oh.
But all the same, the feeling of saying, hey, I'm a father, was so exciting. I don't know how to express the feeling. You, in the Siswati culture, you feel that even your relatives will recognize you differently from before. So that is how I felt. You feel like you are now responsible. You have to, whenever you go, you think about what can I get? What can I do? That is the feeling.
Wow. I'm just imagining, hearing from wherever you were that the child is now here and not being able to experience it firsthand. Were there any questions running in your mind, like how is the child? How does my child look? Whatnot?
Remember, there was no WhatsApp.
Oh, no.
There was no cell phone.
Which year is that?
This is 1981.
Sure. Okay.
Many moons ago.
Wow.
So there was no possibility of checking on your WhatsApp.
Yeah.
I needed to see how she looked like. I needed to know how the mother feels like. I needed to be there.
Yeah.
But we were separated by distance at the time.
Yeah.
Yes.
Sure. Wow. Well, my second question would be, being a father is a tall order, as one would say. What would you say is the true definition of a man, and mostly a father? Because I believe there's a huge difference between a man and a father. That's my belief. You can correct me if I'm wrong.
You really want to know?
Positively.
Okay. The difference between a father and a man. First of all, define father. Other people believe father is because you have a child. But to my understanding, father means you have a wife. Others will not believe that. If you stay with your wife long enough, she begins to call you father, Baba.
Okay.
Because when you get married, remember, as the father walks her the aisle, actually the father walks her the aisle. You take her from a father. Now, in the mind of the lady, is I'm coming from a father and I'm going to a father. That responsibility starts at that point to say, you are a father, even though you are a husband. So that becomes very, very important. Other people believe they are fathers because they have children. Really, that is neither here nor there. So you need to start by saying, I am a father because I'm married. I have somebody to look after.
Yeah.
That is a calling. This is why in our time it was difficult to call my wife Grace. My wife was my wife.
Yes.
I called her other things than call her by name. Because then that brought the respect that she deserves. It's very, very important. So if you talk about a man is an irresponsible character.
Wow. Okay.
If I'm just a man, I probably will not be responsible. I'm not saying everybody is like that, but that is my definition. Because if you want to go out now, you'll stand up and go.
Yeah.
You're just a man. If you don't want to sleep in your house, wherever you are, you can say, give me a bed, I will sleep. No responsibilities. So that is what I would define as a difference. A father is a responsible person.
Yeah.
Yes.
Wow. Yo. Okay, that's deep. I'm sure many didn't understand that. Well, I certainly had a slight idea, but now it's very clear. Thank you for that, Baba Pembe. Okay. The next one would be, how has fatherhood changed you over the years? Because we grow from being children, I'd say, to being a man, then eventually a father. So I'm estimating, you've had roughly how many years as a father? 40. Yo. Okay. Wow, that's long. So how has that experience changed you over the years?
It's a long story, but to cut it short,
Yeah.
it has taught me responsibility. Remember, when the kids are still young, you assume that they don't understand.
Yeah.
But if you acquire wisdom, certainly you will start to say, hey, I've got a nation in front of me. If it was a nation, what would I do?
Yeah.
Then you start respecting your children. In my case, for everything I did, even if I was traveling, my work demanded me to travel. I will sit down with my 2-year-old, with my 3-year-old, to say, you know what, I'm going to buy away. You will sleep the one night, and you'll sleep another night, and then I'll be back when you wake up the other day. You think they don't understand that. They do. And they respect that for you, respect you for that. This is why I have children that have respect even up to now.
Yeah.
They are very, very respectful children. I don't call them children because they are married. All of them are married.
Yeah. Yeah.
But they know that, if my father says this, and they believe in me because I give them respect.
Yeah. Wow. They say experience is the best teacher. I'm already getting that from you, Bawi Pembe. All right. Being a parent is not easy. Well, as you are modeling a future citizen, one who will share life with others tomorrow. What challenges have you faced mainly because of the change buys and the modernization of the world when it comes to being a father? Because the fact is, I'd say from your time and now, so many things have changed. The challenges you have faced as you were bringing up the children. Yeah, that's the one.
The first thing is what we are talking about. Time.
Yeah.
Time changes. You think this is how you grew up, and therefore this is how your children should grow up.
Yeah.
It's not going to happen. Children will learn from school, from friends, from everywhere. One thing I learned, which became a challenge, is that if you let your child go away from you, and they live in a hostel somewhere or boarding school somewhere at a young age, then you have lost a child that will grow up to be what you wanted or him to be. I've learned that. But God being graceful, I managed to recover what I had lost. Characters, because as a father or as a family, you mold a character not by saying, by leading from the front. Children will see you going to church on time. You will pray together in the evening.
Yeah.
You will talk to them.
Yeah.
Even if they don't hear everything that you are saying, or babona ngathi uyababambelela, but say it anyway. Later in life, they'll remember.
Yeah.
I've learned that.
Yeah.
So challenges of being a father or a family are that times will change.
Yeah.
Even if you want to hold on to the old norms, but times will change. What helped me is I liked reading. So I would read and find out what's happening around the world so that I can train my children properly.
Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you, Babi. Well, everyone has their own way of being a father. Since we have different characters and different families, so what would you say your winning recipe in fatherhood is?
Really and truly, there is nothing that can beat respect.
Wow.
You respect your wife to start with.
Yeah.
Children never see you quarreling. You will argue, yes, but as a father, you must know when to stop.
Yeah.
And when you do that, you pass a lesson to the children to say, yes, even if we don't agree on something, but finally, there's a time of peace.
Yeah.
After that, you pray together, you do things together. Because a house that quarrels every day will not make it. In this day and age, you'll tell your children and they'll talk back to you. Because once you lose respect in the house, the children will show you a thing or two. Yeah.
Respect. Wow,
Yes.
I like that. Well, as we come to the end of our session, we have so many, I'd say, fathers out there who I would say they might be failing in fatherhood, or they might be discouraged because, as you raise your children, it's not every child that will turn out the way you want. So, what can you say to people like that, just to maybe motivate them or advise them as far as fatherhood as a whole is concerned, so that they may not probably give up on their child, or something along those lines? What can be your, I'd say, words of wisdom? Yes, that's the one.
Yes. My experience, not that things were always smooth. Children will always be children.
Yeah.
But never, ever think whatever they are doing is them. It is the evil that is living in them. Attack the evil, not your children. There was a time when my children were, really misbehaving. I didn't go to the children. I would wake up at night when everybody is asleep, go to my sitting room and ask God to travel with me to go and get my child from deep down wherever they were, because I want them back.
Yeah.
If earnestly you are doing that, there's nothing that will beat that. And I'm a living example. If anyone wants to talk, I'll tell them exactly how I have traveled my journey of fatherhood. It really helps.
Yeah.
Nobody, no education, no formula will make your children straight. Only God can, because it comes from the inside.
Yeah.
So only God can deal with the inside. So it is very important to know where your strength is. Yes.
Wow. Thank you so much, Mr. Pembe. I'm sure the listeners have learned a thing or two. So have I. Something worth doing and exercising in the future, of course. So thank you so much for coming through, Pembe. We are so honored to have you. I'd say we are sure that this is not the last time, because, having older people like yourself come through to share wisdom is really key, especially for the generation that we are in. I think we've learned to rely a lot on internet and whatnot, yet we have living examples of what we want to be, and people have experiences like you. So thank you so much for coming through, Mr. Pembe.
Thank you. Thank you for listening to me. I'll always be available. Thank you.
Thank you very much. JF listeners, this was your special segment for Father's Day. Happy Father's Day.
Thank
Goodbye.
you. Bye-bye.
JF, add more flavor.